his function is a bit redundant. Like, I know we were talking about bank pet hype, but can we have some justice for my man Windsor? Before we get into the video, I just want to say a quick shout out to everybody who subscribes to me on Twitch. Thank you to the army of lag for all of the support and making videos like this possible. Hey guys, so this week, bank pet hype, right? Also, we have a couple things here on the lunar map. But before we get into bank pet hype, let's check out the design notes real quick, shall we? And no, this is not a news update video. This is just me covering my bases before I get into things. So if we look here at the AQ3D website, let's click on the update. So we have AQ3D's first bank pets, and those of you that have been following me on social media would know how hyped I've been about this since last week's design notes. Alright, so here it talks about Hootenheim's hirelings, and this talks about the Moglins, Twilly, Twig, and Zorbak. And these are bank helpers that can access your bank from anywhere in the world. Now, when we scroll down and we look at Windsor, it tells you that Windsor is available via quests, but Windsor is a bit different from those above. Windsor, unlike them, cannot access your bank from anywhere in the world, but he can instead teleport you to the bank. Also, it was not mentioned in the design notes, but the drop rate for the 117 Explorer set and the Vector set was buffed significantly, so have fun farming that. So let's get into this, shall we? So it says that it's a repeatable quest. I'm not sure why. The quest itself is very long, but this is not unlike previous bank quests. It gives you a reward of 25k gold. I mean, I think that could have been a bit more. The unfortunate part, though, is this bottom part of the quest here, Bossy Auroras. That is a daily boss, and that can only be done once every cycle. So there aren't too many issues I have with this. This is a really solid update. I really, really like these bank pets. They're called bank helpers. So we have Twilly, we have Zorbak, which is the one I got, and we have Twig. So essentially the function of the bank pet is, you can click on it and you have your bank. You could access your bank from anywhere in the world. That is not a big issue. It's very, very convenient, but it doesn't add a whole lot of functionality because you can literally get to the bank by doing that. And you can get to the bank from anywhere in the game, right? All you have to do is just open the travel menu and you can teleport to the bank. Doesn't matter where you are, as long as you are out of combat, you can get to the bank. It really doesn't matter, right? So these are more of a convenience type pet. And for 2k DC, they are much cheaper than I expected them to be. However, let's look at my boy Windsor. Right, let's look at Windsor. Windsor is a really, really cute pet. Right, he's a really, really well done model because it's not the exact same model that of the mobs that are inside, but all he does is his function is a bit redundant. Like, I know we were talking about bank pet hype, but can we have some justice for my man Windsor? Like, I mean, they did explicitly state in the design notes that he was going to be a teleportation pet, but I mean, after all of the work that has gone into creating such a wonderful model, right? And, implementing the pet into the game with a quest line that is by no means easy. It takes a while. It takes about 3.5 hours, maybe 4 hours, depending on your RNG, to complete. And if you are very lucky, you will have to wait like an entire daily boss cycle to be able to complete your quest. So I think the grind justifies giving Windsor a little bit more functionality. Just give him a little bit more love, because I mean, he is good as he is, but if you could just get a little bit more, right? To give you a little more bang for your buck. Here are my solutions. We can either give access to the bank, which I know is very unlikely, but if he can become a pet that we can use to access the bank, I would be beyond happy with that. Now, if you don't want to give us access to the entire bank, how about give us access to like the first 5 vaults or the first 10 vaults or something? Give us some sort of access. And if that is too much, and you really, really want to push people towards buying the bank pets for DC to access the bank anywhere else, then let us access our collections through Windsor, or our troves. Right, I'm not sure how difficult that would be to do, but you can give him that sort of functionality and we'd be okay with that. Because I think it's a waste to let so much work go into this and just let him have a redundant function. Because let's be honest, that's what that is, because you can go anywhere in AQ3D with, well, almost anywhere in AQ3D by using the travel menu or by using menus in general, right? Because you have all of the world areas right here within your adventure book. But there's one thing I wanted to touch on before I ended this video, and that is people are saying that these are the same moglins, right? Or more or less the same moglins. They are not the same moglins. They are maybe the same models, but the moglin them itself is different, right? So this one has a backpack and some of the features are different. Now, I'm not defending what they did. They could have done it a little different and gave us like new pet models for bank pets, but this is the way they chose to go. Now, I would like to see more moglins, like the pink one that I use all the time. I would like to see that with bank functionality, but I'd like to see other pets as well, you know, because I do think that they should honor the Kickstarter stuff and not make everything in game look like the things of old. Should they have done it? Probably not. And the second thing that I want to address is that some people are saying that this is incredibly pay to win. You know, what is pay to win, not pay to win? What is pay for convenience? It really depends on what your definition of pay to win is. Now, for someone like me, I don't think being able to access your bank vault from anywhere in the game is game breaking. I don't think that gives me an unfair advantage or a competitive advantage over another player because of the ease at which you can get to the bank. That is my stance on the issue, and like I said, Windsor is a very nice pet, and this we have much harder quests, much worse quests for pets that, I mean, don't have this sort of visual appeal, in my opinion, and we have longer grinds for different kinds of things. And this grind itself doesn't press you to finish everything in one day. It's a casual grind at your own pace kind of grind because it's not locked behind a daily, and this is the kind of grind we've been asking for. Now, albeit I have my issues with the scaling, and especially the scaling of the 5-man and the deep vault. I have no idea why that is scaled, but let's leave that out of discussion because I'm generally happy with the update. I'm happy with Windsor, and I am happy with the bank pets. Alright, that's it for now, guys. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, comment down below, #justice for Windsor. Let's get this man some functionality, please.